Hey friends, my name is Michael and I'm the Brooks brother. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing some makeup, obviously, but my approach today is going to be a little bit different than normal. The short version of the story is that I've fallen quite behind on new PR bits that have come in, and I've gotten into a habit, and I think that it's quite common for beauty content creators to just like take a photo or a little video of stuff that's come in, post it to their story because they feel obligated to, or at least in my case. I feel obligated to just like make posts about it and say thank you, but then sometimes I put it away and I actually forget to use it. And then it becomes this thing of like, I'm receiving so much makeup, but if I don't use it all, what's the point? I thought it'd be a good idea to do like a PR unboxing, but try on at the same time. So I'm gonna do a full makeup look, but at the same time I am unboxing and talking about new PR that's come in. I feel like that's a way to do both at once and also use some of this stuff because I'm so lucky to be gifted so many amazing, really, really beautiful products, and sometimes there's more than I know what to do with and I forget about it. And I don't want to. Makeup excites me and I love it. I think you kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to do. Actually, first things first, I already am wearing some new PR pieces. This necklace actually was sent to me from Regal Rose. It's this like really super chunky chain that I really, really like. It's really heavy. Kind of noisy, but I like this. It feels like really good quality, and I like the way it just accents a simple t-shirt. I always film in a black t-shirt just because you can never see what I'm actually wearing, so it's usually just a t-shirt. This is a nice way to like change up my normal chains. So yeah, I really like this. And also these earrings. These are like little hoops with, one is a key, one is a lock. I haven't worn earrings in quite a few days, so my earlobes are like quite red, so like let's just we don't have to talk about it. It's just as long as you notice the earrings because they're really cute. It's actually late at night, and like I try not to film late at night, but it just happened where like now it's 10:30 p.m. and I'm just sitting down to film. I was fiddling with my lights, I was messing with PR, finally here, finally sitting down. It's like, oh right, you said you weren't gonna do this again. And here we are. Anyway, let's get started on makeup. I have already done my brows the same way that I normally do. That's how I did them in my last video with Got To Be Glued hair gel. If you want to know how I do it, you can watch the beginning of the last tutorial on my YouTube channel or go to my Instagram. There's an IGTV video where I actually talk about all the steps, but yeah, that's that. So I'm gonna do my eyes first. For my eyes today, what I want to use is this ColourPop Stone Cold Fox eyeshadow palette. I have the warm one of this as well, and it's like warm browns and bronzes and champagnes and stuff, and it's really, really nice. I like that this is a similar thing, just in cool tones. So that's what it looks like here. They also sent a full bowl of brushes, which is like so generous and so nice. So that's my brushes sorted out for today's video too. I'm gonna prime my lids with this Smashbox 24-hour photo finish primer. I'm gonna take some of that on the back. Oh! I'm gonna take lots of that on the back of my hand. I have a feeling that this is going to grip the eyeshadow really, really well. Reminds me a lot of a primer from MAC called the 24-Hour Eye Base. I haven't done just like a nice big cool tone smoky eye in a while, so I think this is a good opportunity for me to do that. I'm just going to grab one of the brushes from the roll here. This is E22 brush. So many options in this palette. I think I'm going to take Quarry Days. Quarry Days? Brush looks round, but it's actually flatter than I thought it would be. And it's quite firm. Popping that in the crease. So I'm actually kind of going like on the underneath side of my brow bone. My ears always get really red when I'm filming. I think I just get hot sitting in front of the light, but I don't feel hot right now. It's literally just my ears start to get red. That red ear is very unbecoming. Also, I switched brushes. I found that one to be a little bit hard, literally hard. For something in my crease, I like something a little bit more flexible, so I switched it to a Zoeva Luxe Defined Crease brush. It's a number 224. So it's a little bit more tapered and soft. I'm gonna go back to those ColourPop brushes though. This is an E27, so it's more like a pencil brush. It's a little bit more dense and small. I'm gonna go to, it's called Cult Classic. It's like a dark gray brown. I'm still keeping that quite high, and I'm making it more of like a harsh line. It's like the beginning stages of a cut crease. I'm going to switch to quite a small pencil brush. This is a Morphe M149 brush. It's that pencil brush shape, but it's very small. Same color, Cult Classic. I don't know if you heard that, but there's a car honking outside and it's 11 p.m. I'm trying to film a YouTube video. Could you stop? Right, so basically what I'm doing now, creating a line from my upper lash line up to the outer corner of that crease. I want to make like a winged triangular shape, kind of like that. Now you may be asking yourself, why a pencil brush and not like just an angled brush? You can use an angled brush if you want. An angled brush would make it a little bit too defined. I want this to be the same sort of like smudgy, softer line. Back to that Zoeva 224 Luxe Defined Crease Brush. I'm just softening up the shadow a little bit and like pulling it out a little bit. Trying to really keep my self-control here because before I know it, I know I'll be blending eyeshadow out to here and I just don't need to do that. It doesn't need to be every single look blended to the back of my neck. Let me try and keep this like kind of small. I'm gonna go to Drama Mama. It's really dark brown here. And I'm just gonna darken the outer corner. Go back to that first ColourPop brush, the E22. Grab some of that same color, Drama Mama, and just blend it across. I need to cut the crease, so I'm going to use this Revolution Ultimate Eye Base. And this is the light one. It's really light, but that's what I want. And I'm going to take this ColourPop E, not me saying the name, every brush I pick up, they're all ColourPop. E24 ColourPop from the Stone Cold thing. This is why I shouldn't film late at night, because I literally can't speak. Pick some up on the brush. That's white. I wasn't expecting it to actually be white. I'm going with it. Oh, yeah. A nice light base. That's white. Oh my god. It's cool. It's really cool. I don't mind. I don't want it to be a super sharp cut crease. It's not going to be that way. So I'm going to soften the edge a little bit. And this is an E28 brush, and it's like a small pencil brush. Blend across into the brown, and then also soften the crease. I just want my lid to look more prominent and higher than it is. A cut crease is about creating an illusion. On some eye shapes, it's about creating an illusion that the lid shape is different than it is. And an eyelid naturally would never be like a crescent moon shape that's like razor sharp. It would actually have a little bit of softness because it's mimicking a shadow, right? Yeah, I'm liking where this is going. That's looking alright. It's looking crazy unblended on the edges, but we're not worried about that. I'm going to use this E25 brush, and this just looks like a flat shader brush, and go back into that very first eyeshadow that I used, Quarry Days. Oh, that's light on this base. Okay, unexpected twist number 2. I'm trying to roll with it. It helped to blend out the white though. I'm gonna get like a light color on the lid, but I don't think I want to use any of the brushes in that ColourPop set. There just isn't one that's like the right shape. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. J Kisser brush. I think I'm actually gonna go to this color Luxe here, which is like an off-white creamy color. I hope it's not shimmery, but if it is, it's fine. Pack that on. Yeah, it's not shimmery, but it's not off-white either. It's white, baby. And I'm just going to take a mix of this color Trip and this color Enigma. Just want to blend really lightly. I'm going to move on from eyeshadow for a second. One Size Beauty, the Point Made Gel Eyeliner Pencil. The color is called Bodacious Black. I just received these recently too. So I'm going to get some of this on my upper lash line and ooh, that's smooth. Upper lash line on the outer corner. Ooh, that's really smooth. I have a feeling this is gonna dry quick, though. I just want to soften it. Wow. Ooh, that black eyeliner is nice. I love a good black eyeliner. If I'm being 100% honest, I could spend the rest of my life blending the same eyeshadow look, and I'd probably enjoy it. But I'm gonna move on. I got these things from one of my favorite brands called 𝙛𝙤𝙡𝙡𝙬. They actually make things called cosmetic emulsions. They're like a paint. Anyway, so this is new from them, and it's a pigment powder, which is something so different than their first launch. Just want to take a quick second to congratulate Al and Vic for their accomplishments with this brand because it's huge. There is a silver one in here, but the one that I really want to try is like this pinky colored one. It's like white with a pink reflect in it. Take out the box. So it's got this lovely inside of the box as well. But this is Cosmetic Pigment Powder shade P42. Looks like these. Ooh, there's not even like a plastic filter on this. That's spooky. That could get everywhere. Anyway, I'm just gonna take some from the lid. So you can see it looks white on my finger, but there's a reflect in there. It's like a really big jar for a pigment. And the opening is really big. It's really fine. Oh yeah. It's actually insanely fine. And so naturally a lot comes up on the brush. But that's what we want. And I'm just gonna use some setting spray. Doesn't really matter what setting spray as long as it's wet. Oh, wow. I almost wish there was just a little bit more like of a glitter in it for the purpose of being able to mix this with literally any of the pigments that they already have. I think this is absolutely brilliant. And I actually don't mind something that just has like a sheen rather than like a sparkle in it. Really, really pretty. I really want to use the silver one too, so I think I'm gonna because why not? The silver one is called P21. Oh, that took this right to where I want it. I just want to go and define the crease again a little bit. E29 brush. It's a small shader brush. This Drama Mama color. So now I just want to clean up the shape a little bit on the outer corner. So I'm going to use this Shiseido Waso Beauty Smart Water. And I think this is like micellar water. Like it's that kind of similar energy. Just use that to kind of clean up the edge of the wing a little bit too. I don't know what's happened here. I don't know why I'm so red there, but I hope it's nothing bad. So let me get some mascara and some lashes on. I'm going to use these Tati lashes. These are the Jamie Genevieve collaboration. And these are the style TL Jamie 2. I'm going to just do it and I'll be back. Lashes are on, so I'm going to leave the eyes for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything on the lower lashes or not. I like it just dark on the top. I know how I am once there's concealer and everything. I know I'm going to just want to go like really dark. But it's good here. And you could leave it here if you wanted to. I'm going to do my skin. I've been going through some things. And it shows in my skin, clearly. So, some new things to try. Because it's been like all day, I'm just going to use some of that Shiseido Beauty Smart Water. Just give my face a once over with it. I'm taking some of that on a cotton round. My skin's just not been like doing so hot. And I'm very lucky, like I have had problems with acne for most of my life, like, and even when it hasn't been on my face, I've struggled with like body acne for quite a long time. The reason I say that I'm fortunate is because I was able to see a dermatologist as a teenager, got on Accutane, and it really cleared up the acne on my face. I have scarring, and I'm always gonna have scarring, and that's okay. But the overall result of my skin wasn't super dried out. I have oily skin, and that moisture and that extra oil in my skin has helped to preserve some of the like bounciness and radiance of it. However, it's acne prone, and because I grow so much facial hair, you know, I get ingrown hairs, all kinds of funky stuff happening, and because I'm a little bit brown, I also get really bad hyperpigmentation when things scar, and I get dark marks that you can see and you'll always see on my skin. Anybody that has any amount of melanin in their skin, there's potential for that to happen. I have been slacking on keeping a really regular and consistent skincare routine, and I think that it shows. I just been not myself. Not really to get into anything too personal, but it's one of those things that it's like really hard to like motivate yourself to like do good skincare and like stick to your routines when you're kind of like just not doing your best. The other reason why I am fortunate is that I am a makeup artist and I get gifted gratuitous amounts of makeup, so I can cover it up if I want, and otherwise I can just work on it. Wow, okay, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm just kind of having a bad moment with my skin lately, but it's okay. We all have bad moments with our skin, and it is what it is. Now that I've done a little bit of that cleansing water, I'm going to use this as my primer. I need a little bit of moisturizer back on my skin. This is the Murad Oil and Pore Control Mattifier, and it has an SPF 45. It's midnight, so I don't need to be putting SPF on, but I do need a little bit of moisturizer. And this is really nice and mattifying, so on my skin type it'll make a nice primer. I use this in the day actually a lot. Even though I don't really believe in gendered skincare, I actually don't believe in gendered skincare whatsoever. I don't see the point. In like men's skincare lines, I don't get it. I don't think that there's a need for that. I think skincare is skincare, so I don't get it. I think something like this would be really good for... I know a lot of men don't want their skin to look shiny, and that's just something I've found in my career. Anytime I've worked on set, anytime I've worked in retail, anytime I've like done any kind of male grooming or been asked by any man, specifically straight men. There was a time where I felt like any guy who approached me about wanting a little bit more information about skincare was like, oh, but not shiny. It looks good on you, but not, I don't want, no, not shiny, no shine. I just feel like that's a thing a lot of guys really hate, is like looking shiny after they do any kind of skincare. And I think a lot of like, you know, dudes that just don't do any skincare are afraid that it's gonna make them look like shiny or radiant. I think a lot of men that aren't interested in skincare kind of assume it's all about this radiance and glow and dewy skin and all that kind of stuff, which is not always. It's just about like balanced, nice, healthy looking skin, and that doesn't have to mean that it's shiny or glossy. All that was just to say I think someone like that who doesn't like to be shiny after they moisturize would really like something like this. When I go back to freelancing eventually at some point, this will definitely be in my kit for men that need moisturizing, that don't want to look shiny. When you're on set, sometimes you have to moisturize, and shine actually isn't flattering on camera. This is just a really useful thing to have. I think this is a great moisturizer. I'm gonna move along, and this is from Shiseido, and this is the Synchro Skin Discovery Box. I did like a little Zoom class with them recently. That's where I got some of the skincare. Gary and Ling, the two influencers that were hosting the class, both talked about how this is a great foundation, so Shiseido kindly sent it over to me. So foundation, concealer down here, and powder. I have already swatched this foundation, and I tried it and I was like, ooh, it's a bit light, but I didn't try it all over my face, so I'm gonna do that today. This shade is 340 Oak. My concern is my forehead, so I usually match foundation to my forehead, which makes it a little darker than this area, but then I balance it all out with concealer. I like to wear the least foundation on my forehead, so if I make this color the same as this color, I don't really have to wear much up here. Oh, that's light, yeah. That's light. Let's blend it in. I thought maybe it might oxidize a little bit. It's not far. This is like not a terrible guess. Oh baby, no. Yeah, no, that's not it. It smells delightful. I would say, personally, I like my foundation a little bit darker than my cheek because I like it to be the color of my forehead. Also, in terms of undertone, I go for more of like a peach color. So a little bit warmer because I feel like when it's too cool or too golden, it looks really yellow on me. And I think truly my undertone is like a neutral peach, if that's a thing. So, I mean, it's not bad, but it's too light and it's a little bit too yellow. I think, just looking at the swatches, I'd probably be 360, which is citrine, but yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna mix it with this Faux Filter Skin Finish because that's on the darker side. This is more of the undertone that I like, but it's a little bit too deep. Mixed together, I think we're in business. It's still a little bit on the yellow side, but it's okay. I'm gonna balance it all out. Although it's not like the exact same color as this cheek, it is closer to my forehead, and it's the same color as my neck. It is what it is. It doesn't match, so we're making it work. By the way, the foundation color in the Faux Filter Skin Finish that I use is 415 Churro. I mean, I think everything on me just kind of looks really yellow, so it is what it is. Next, I'm gonna try the concealers in this box. Oh, it's cream concealer. I was expecting a liquid for some reason. So what colors did I get in this? 203 Light. Well, in 304 medium. I'm very confused. Okay. I'm just gonna put it on my face. Hope for the best. This is 304 medium. So that's about the same color as my skin. Let me take this ColourPop F32 brush. Just give that a blend. I don't know, I just look very yellow right now. Okay, I'm gonna put this XX Revolution concealer on. It's a little bit more peachy, so I think that this is gonna fix things a bit, I hope. Also, I think it was cute that I was trying to blend out my concealer with a brush, and I know that's not my gig. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics sponge. I just cleaned up the edge of the eyeshadow a little bit with some concealer too, just to make it a little bit more winged. And then what I'm doing now is I'm using a little bit of the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks, the shade Truffle, and I'm just bronzing up my skin. And this on me blends out to a more peachy red undertone, and I think that's what's going to balance out the yellowiness of that foundation. And honestly, it's nice to use something that I actually know how it works in this video, because I'm realizing now that doing a whole video of everything you've never used straight out of the box is stressful. I'm happier with how my skin looks now. For a second there, I really just felt like maybe I should just do my foundation again, but no, this is fine. Actually, I'm really excited about this next one. This is another one from One Size Beauty, actually, and I just got this. This is the... I took this out of the box because the box is way too big to show on camera. One Size Beauty Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and there's a puff. Let me get to setting this under eye. The last translucent powder that Patrick Starr brought out, it was a collaboration with MAC, but people went bananas for that powder, and I worked for MAC at the time. And my location got it. Did we? I actually don't even know if I'm telling the truth. Let me just relax. What I do remember for a fact is that people literally lost their shit for that powder. So Patrick Starr knows exactly what he's doing in the loose powder department, which is why this excites me. So there's like a little lid. There's two lids. So the pink lid, then there's a clear lid, and then there's a hole in the top where the powder comes out. Ah, this looks nice. I always fold powder puffs just so I can get it right into my under eye. This is nice, but I'm going to use a sponge because I need the point, and I don't think that's made for an under eye. Getting a little nervous because I can see it sinking into my pores. Do you see how it's like settling into pores? That never happens to me. Only with like super finely milled powders does that happen. And this is really, well, it's fine, but it's not that fine. Perhaps it's because I didn't really prime. That's weird. Anyway, before I set anything else on my face, there is something else that I want to use while my skin is still wet from Mama Mitchell. So this is his makeup brand. It's called Made by Mitchell. He sent me the full collection, which is amazing. Thank you, Mitchell. It's beautiful, and the carrying case is beautiful. We got these, and I put them in the little brush case, but these are Blursh, is what they're called. I don't know which one I want to use. I'm actually stuck between Cherry Cola and Peach Sugar. So this is Peach Cola, Cherry... Look at me combining the names. Cherry Cola is that kind of color there. And then Peach Sugar. I think I'm going to do Cherry Cola. They both look nice, but I think I'm going to do Cherry... No. Oh my god. I'm going to do Peach Sugar. Oh yeah, so blending out Cherry Cola. Holy crow, that is pigmented. It's more red. And then blending out Peach Sugar. Oh, and it's more peach, but that will still really work on my skin tone. Okay, I think Peach Sugar it is. I did just put powder down, so I feel like this could be where it all goes left. Yeah, the powder was a mistake. I'm glad I didn't try and do both sides at once. I think I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand and grab it with my brush. That's why I tried to only powder my under eye, but I went a little bit crazy and then powdered everything. I thought that this would work over top of powder, and it is-ish. God, I'm a whole entire mess. This looks good. I'm being dramatic. Alright, so this cheek went a lot better. I just kind of went over it with a damp sponge just to wet it again. And blended away some of the powder, and then the blush blended on no problem. So we're looking good. I really like that color a lot. I'm going to play with these because For my first time using it, I think I would do it differently. Love the idea of that. Also love the applicator, and I love how well they blend out. I'm gonna use that translucent powder actually to like just set my T-zone. I'm not gonna do a whole ton of powder. I'm just gonna try and keep the outer part of my face more dewy and wet looking. Also a powder from Shiseido, but I just feel like judging from how everything else. No shade to Shiseido, but just judging by how the shades of how everything else was on me. I don't know. That looks really light. Should I try a little bit on my under eye? Why not? I'm reading it literally upside down. Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Custom Finish Powder Foundation. Ooh, this is powder foundation. I love that that's my literal thought. Well, I tried it. I'm not sure. I don't have a new bronzer, so I'm going to use a bronzer that I just know and love. That's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer to set the outer part of my face. I'm going to use this Doll Beauty brush, DB1. And I've only powdered like in the center of my face really, and just kind of left the outside. I'm going to use a little bit of mist just to like mix it all together. I am going to add a little bit of highlighter. House Labs Head Rush Cheek Palette. The Untamed and Intoxicate Duo. Just to kind of like amplify the shine already happening on the cheeks. And a little bit on the bridge of my nose. The warm and cool together. I really like that combination. Now that we're zoomed in, you can take a closer look at the skin. So the powder actually didn't do anything funky in my pores like I thought it was doing. The skin looks good overall. Let's finish off the eyes. Going back to that one size gel eyeliner pencil. I just feel like this eye was missing that for me. It always goes there. I can't help it. I'm going to use this E26 brush. See? Every time. This is why I always go back to a dark lower lash line, because this eye just looks so big. Anyway, I kept it a lot tighter than I normally would. I have a tendency to pull a lot of things down because I've made this like a clean line on the outer edge. The lower lash line can't go too crazy because then they just look like two different eyeballs. I'm a sucker for just like black in the waterline. I'm just gonna get some of that very first cool oh, hello. This guy here. I'm just gonna set that. What a nice way to finish the eyes. Ooh, that just, it makes the brown eyes just pop. Just pop some lip liner on. It's Cork from MAC. But yeah, keeping it cool toned. This is I Need a Nude from Natasha Denona. The color's Charlotte 1B. And it's very cool toned. It's almost skin color for me. This lip is giving very sickly because it's like so golden that it's almost green. It's such a unique color. It's a tone of brown and beige lipstick that I like love, that is really hard to find. Such a unique nude to me. Golden undertone nudes are kind of hard to find, so I really love this. This is what makes it very like 90s, 2000s. I was gonna put a gloss on, but now I just want to leave it. I love this. That's it. So it's super glam. And, I mean, I didn't know if this was gonna go very well. Like I mentioned, it's kind of scary to just do like a full face of makeup when you have never used any of the products before and you're actually just taking it fresh out of the box. And there were parts that didn't go that well, but I think we made it through. And the end result, I really like. Makeup is a work in progress, and sometimes it doesn't go very well at the beginning, or even partway through, it looks like shit. But you get there in the end. Anyway, I think this was a good use of doing a PR unboxing and taking stuff out that I get and actually trying it. And to be honest, you know what? I think that might be good inspiration for holiday makeup, depending on what you're planning on doing for the holidays, if you celebrate the holidays. If you want to try something cool toned, a smoky eye is always a good way to go. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you saw some products in action that maybe you were curious about, and I hope that you picked up some tips along the way. Thank you for watching. Thanks for showing up. If you enjoyed today's video, it'd be amazing if you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Let me know that you watched today's video and I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys all again very soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys all very soon.